everybody, welcome to my channel. So if you've been here for a while, then welcome back. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever time zone you're in. Please let us know in the comments. So we did another video recently on not wasting time because this is one of the best resources you've been given. So I talked about I was going to do a book review on this book. This is a 5-year-old book. It's a quick read. It's not very difficult to read. It would be great to have in your library. And if you have trouble with procrastinating, I'm going to make my face smaller here because I like looking at the frog. Okay, here we go. The frog. Okay, so if you have 2 important tasks before you, the frog is the biggest, the hardest, and the most important task. That's why he says eat the frog first. It doesn't mean literally eating a frog. It means just tackling the frog, the most difficult task that you have trouble with first. And this, I first heard about this book doing real estate because nobody in sales, if you're in sales, you know what I'm talking about, doing these cold calls. They're like the worst thing ever. Calling people up on, they used to be calling people up on the phone. Now, I don't know how they do it now. Now we do it a little differently because they have do not call lists. So now we can do things a little different. We can use social media to get your contacts or your referrals. You can go on YouTube and make videos, getting people to sign up and hire you for an agent. But that's where this originally came from. Now, I don't think we do cold calling as much as we used to, thank God. But this was where this originated from because nobody wanted to do it. So, but it was important that we do it because we have to get referrals and we have to get leads to get sales. And if you're still doing it, let me know in the comments below. But a lot of it is switched over to social media, so you kind of just put things out there and see if people grab onto it, which is, to me, is a lot easier than going out here and begging people to sell them by their homes. So you need to decide what is it that you need to simply stop doing in your life that you're wasting time on. Look at your schedule and see where you can make some more time, because all of us have a lot of things going on. Some of us are working 2 or 3 jobs. Some people got children they got to manage. Some people got a significant other they got to manage. We got family issues that come up. You got older adults that need to be taken care of. Whatever the situation is, you're doing nonstop going. So look at your life and where you're wasting time and where you can make some more time. This would be one of the first steps in getting more time in your life to get some more things done. Another thing is to have goals, and these don't have to be super big goals because if you make your goals too big and you don't achieve them, you might get depressed and quit. So try and make your goals smart, okay? Realistic, smaller goals. You don't just go straight for the mountaintop. You got like hills in between the mountaintop, okay? So you can have a big goal on your vision board, but you need to have smaller goals in between. Otherwise, you're going to get discouraged and quit sooner, and you don't want that. So right here on this channel, continuous learning, because that's what we mainly do here. And I try to put study guides and classes up all the time, and one of my vision board goals is to have live classes, you know, sometime next year. I'm guessing I'll have this goal. My realistic is it would be next year because it takes a while to grow a YouTube channel. But this is one of my goals, is to have live study classes or live classes, and instead of just making the videos and have you all watch them, have actually live classes. But as with anything, these small goals take time. Continuous learning. So if you need a learning channel, this is going to be the channel you subscribe to, because this is going to help you get to your next job goal, career goal, whatever your next goal is. To own your own business, make passive income, to get away from a supervisor that's a pain in the ass, whatever your goal is. And up here where Kermit is, this is not the goal, okay? If this is where you're at right now, then you need to get off of this. Laying around drinking all day. All right, so some other things that you need to do that this book talks about to get to your goal, as like in this little frog over here, this picture of him climbing. You need to decide specifically what you want to do. And I thought one of these days when I get a video camera, which is another one of my goals to make these videos, is to get a video camera and show you around this room on all the paper and the notes that I have all over my walls and all over, mostly on my walls. I write notes and have my calendars all over my walls. So it definitely works. If you write it down, my vision board is also on the wall. Everything, it's in my sight. So when I get up in the morning or before I go to bed, I try to have a goal for the next day. And this will help you if you have trouble with procrastinating or you have a short attention span and you get distracted easily. You want to try and write these things down on a goal. Now, I don't know if the app is going to help you. If an app may help you, you can also try a planner. These things don't work for me because if I turn on my phone with an app, I'm going to get distracted with 20 other things on my phone. So for me personally, the app thing doesn't work because I have a short attention span and I already know that I'm going to get distracted with my gig work, with other things that are on my phone. So if you have trouble with that, then that might not work for you. Now, if you can do the planner thing, that would be awesome. If you can do planners, that would be awesome if you can do that. But you got to be careful with some of these planners that you're not spending too much time. For me personally, I had the planners and I like decorating and making them pretty with all the stickers and the colored markers. And before you know it, I ended up wasting 2 to 3 hours every time I go on these planners. And some of them are really beautiful planners too, by the way. Like Erin Condren is one of my favorites. And so I spent like $100 on this planner and I was like, well, I just couldn't do it because it ended up taking up so much of my time and my time is already filled up with things in life. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Like the little stick-it notes all over the place, my vision board and my calendar on the wall work for me personally, but you have to figure out what works for you. I can just walk in the room and see all this stuff on the wall and I have my little notes. And that helps me stay on track. I don't have to open up my computer at all, which will definitely, some of us, get us distracted. All right, so break things down into individual tasks. That might help you and form a plan. You need to take action immediately if you do, and you need to have goals. The main thing is to have goals. And do this every day, every night. This is what I do. I plan for my next day. I already have a plan now what I'm going to do. What am I going to do today? I'm going to wash my hair. I'm going to make some YouTube videos. I may do some Ubering. I have to clean the house. I have to take somebody to a sports event. I have to pick up the laundry as such and such. You know, all these things. And if you even have time, you can figure out, try and see how much time it takes for each thing. And that way you can figure out where you need to add more time or take away more time. All right, just like I said here, things you need to complete, try and do this the night before. That way when you get up, you don't waste no time thinking about it. Okay? You don't want to think about it at all. You want to get moving. So have a list of all the tasks you need to do, and if you can even do that for the month or the week, but usually it will change. But yeah, if you can do it a week out, that would be even awesome. But things change sometimes in life, emergencies or other things pop up. So that you might not want to waste a lot of time doing it a month ahead. That might be too far in advance. So I'm trying to think of what else I can say here. Oh, when you complete them, check them off, cross them off. I do this on my piece of paper, by the way. All right, so eat the frog, of course, is the most difficult thing that you do not like doing. So whatever it is that you don't like doing first, if it's cutting the grass and you know you got to get it over with, then that's what you need to do. So writing the list will definitely help you. If you know it's going to be nice out the next day, it's not going to rain, it's not going to be muddy, and you got to cut the grass, put it on your list and get it done first if you can't stand doing it. So this book basically is a big goal book, and it helps people with procrastination and gives them some advice on how to manage your time, get more time out of your day, which is super important. And I consistently stress a lot in these little videos that I do. Some of these videos I do. These are some of the videos I do. Some of them I start venting and can't shut up. But this one anyway is a book review on how to get control of your time. Now, if you have some ADD like I have and you get distracted easily, that's one thing you need to work on, okay? So I already gave you some advice on that. Don't put your list in your computer or your phone if you have a problem with distractions, and you're going to get distracted as soon as you do that. As soon as you open the computer up or open the phone up, you're going to get distracted with all kinds of other things. So you don't need to be putting your list on the phone. Put your list on a piece of paper. Or, like I told you, calendar. Several times I told you. You have to find out what works for you. Now, if the planners in the book work, hey, do it, All right. Discipline, self-discipline, determination, and decision. And all these things, you could put drive up there too if we're going to do the 4 Ds. And I could probably do a video on that too. Drive, decision, discipline, and determination. That could be a whole nother video. So the 4 Ds, they don't have drive up here in this little thing, but those are all crucial to effective time management. You have to have some drive that you're going to make your goals. I meet people on the road all the time doing Uber who have like no drive whatsoever. They may have a goal in their back of their head. Boy, you got to really pull it out. I'll be talking to them, and met this guy the other day stocking in a grocery store, and I'm like, well, is that your main goal, your goal in life, to just do that forever? And he had to think about it really hard, and it took him a while. It took him about maybe another 5 minutes to come up with I might want to do HVAC. But I'm like, wow, really no drive whatsoever. But it's okay. I mean, if that's your thing, if that's what you want to do the rest of your life, that's okay. Some people are content where they are. I admire that, because I am definitely not like that. I do not want to live in a poor neighborhood my whole life. I don't have to be super rich, and I don't have to, have change the world, that kind of thing. I mean, it would be nice, but some kind of drive to where you're not working in a grocery store. To me, but nothing wrong with that. If you want to work at McDonald's, I met some people that have been working at McDonald's, and they manage fast food places. They're just content where they are, and they're content living. It's pretty impressive to me, I guess, because I don't have that kind of a drive. So when I meet people like that, it's fascinating to me that they just don't want more out of their life. So anyway, if you have that issue, you let me know, because I definitely don't have it. I guess I have a type A personality where I have some drive. I have drive, determination. I don't know what decision making, I guess, is what they mean here, decision. But you definitely need self-discipline, because you're not going to want to do it. I mean, there are days I get up, I do not. And I go do the thing I don't want to do first. I go do my Ubering first because I'm tired of it. And I go get it over with. That's my frog. And eventually I'm hoping I don't have to keep doing that forever, because I've been doing gig work for 5.5 years now. Food delivery, grocery shopping for people, all this kind of stuff for 5.5 years. And it does work. It does get you out, help you get out of debt. I don't want to do it forever. So that is kind of my drive. Now, we can move on now. You got to figure out why you're procrastinating. Boy, I spelled that wrong, didn't I? Procrastinating. I spelled it wrong. I didn't have time to spell it correctly or do a spell check. So just ignore that. Why are you procrastinating? What's the deal? You got to figure that out. I know, because you want to go lay at the beach all day and drink, right? I mean, let's get the other Kermit Frog videotape here. The one where he's laying on it. Is this your goal? Is this why you're procrastinating? Because you're partying too much? Laying out on the beach? You know, instead of cutting the lawn? What's the deal? Figure it out. All right. And then when you figure it out, you need to start taking some action and write down your goals. Okay? If you don't like writing down your goals, then that'll be your frog. You need to do that first. If you have trouble with this. All right. So I'm done. I'm done with my venting now. I hope this helps somebody. I hope you all go get this book. This is an awesome little book to have in your library. And I will see you on the next video. Thank you for watching.